A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold move to combat the rise of neo-Nazi sentiment, new legislation is set to be introduced to the state parliament that would impose severe penalties on those who chant Nazi slogans or display support for Nazi ideology. Under the proposed laws, individuals found guilty of such offenses could face up to 2 years in prison and fines reaching $22,000. Premier Chris Minns announced these measures on Wednesday, emphasizing the need to empower police with more tools to address hate speech and public displays of Nazi ideology. However, the premier acknowledged that the legislation would not directly prevent neo-Nazi rallies from occurring. Instead, it aims to provide law enforcement with greater authority to arrest individuals for expressing Nazi beliefs in public settings. The National Socialist Network, a known neo-Nazi group, recently held a rally outside the New South Wales Parliament, where chants such as "blood and honor" were heard, a phrase linked to Hitler Youth. Such expressions would be deemed illegal under the new amendments to the Crimes Act. The legislation stipulates that the maximum penalty for chanting these slogans would be 1 year in prison or an $11,000 fine, which would double if the offense occurs near sensitive locations such as synagogues or Jewish schools. Police would also receive enhanced powers to remove Nazi symbols and enforce compliance with their directives, imposing fines or prison sentences on those who resist. Another significant aspect of the proposed law is its provision for police to compel individuals to disclose their identities if it aids in investigating suspected Nazi displays. The premier clarified that these offenses remain applicable even if a protest has been authorized, placing the onus on police to determine whether the chants reflect Nazi ideology. Although the proposed legislation is set to be introduced this week, it will not be voted on until next year, as it will first be reviewed by a lower house committee. This delay follows widespread criticism of the government's handling of the recent neo-Nazi rally, which caught many officials, including the premier and police commissioner, off guard. Minns expressed regret about the rally, stating, "If we had our time again, that rally wouldn't have taken place." In light of these developments, the government has also indicated that it will not pursue changes to electoral laws that might prevent the National Socialist Network's political arm, White Australia, from registering as a political party in New South Wales. Special Minister of State John Graham noted that while the Commissioner has the authority to reject a party name deemed offensive, regulating political parties based on their policies presents significant challenges. Additionally, the government plans to eliminate a sunset clause related to inciting racial hatred, a move supported by both the opposition and the Greens. This clause, which is set to expire after 3 years, has been a point of contention in discussions surrounding hate speech legislation. The fallout from the National Socialist Network's rally has left the government scrambling to respond effectively to the issue of rising hate speech and public displays of Nazi ideology. One individual linked to the rally, Matthew Gruder, a senior member of the NSN, has been identified and is currently facing deportation after being taken into immigration detention. As the government moves forward with these proposed laws, the community remains on high alert regarding the implications for free speech and the ongoing battle against hate in society. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.